Hello friends, welcome to Muromax. Let us discuss a problem from the topic functions of several variables, and in that let us discuss a problem from Jacobian. So the question is, if x is equal to r sine theta cos phi, y is equal to r sine theta sin phi, and z is equal to r cos theta, find dou of x comma y comma z by dou of r comma theta comma phi, which means that we should find a Jacobian of x comma y comma z with respect to r comma theta comma phi. Right. So the solution, let us write all the given informations. So it is given that x is equal to r sine theta cos phi, y is equal to r sine theta sin phi, and z is equal to r cos theta. And the question is to find Jacobian of x comma y comma z with respect to r comma theta comma phi. Right. So the formula is given by determinant of taking those x comma y comma z as r1, r2 and r3, which means that in the first row it should be completely x. So dou x by dou x by dou x by. In the second row it should be completely with y. So dou y by dou y by dou y by. And third row it should be completely with z, dou z by dou z by dou z by. So first row should be the derivatives with where differentiating x with respect to r, theta and phi. So dou x by dou r, dou x by dou theta, dou x by dou phi. Similarly, second row should be completely differentiating y with respect to r, theta and phi. So dou y by dou theta, dou r, dou y by dou theta, dou y by dou phi. Similarly, third row should be the derivative differentiating z with respect to r, theta and phi. So differentiating z partially with respect to r, theta and phi. So dou z by dou r, dou z by dou theta, dou z by dou phi. This is the expansion of the Jacobian of x, y, z with respect to r, theta and phi. This is the exact expansion of the Jacobian. Right. Now we should find the values of all these partial derivatives: dou x by dou r, dou x by dou theta, dou x by dou phi, dou y by dou r up to dou z by dou phi. We should find the values of all these partial derivatives. Now which is equal to first element is differentiating x partially with respect to r. As we are dealing with partial differentiation, which means that the other variables should be considered as constant. So here the variables are r, theta and phi, which means that we have to differentiate x with respect to r, theta and phi, and we are dealing with partial differentiation. So when we are differentiating x partially with respect to r, the rest of the variables theta and phi remain as constant. So if we are about to differentiate x with respect to r, then the other variables theta and phi should be considered as constant. So the first element is dou x by dou r. That is, we should differentiate x partially with respect to r. So this theta and phi remain constant, which means that by the formula, differentiation of any ax is just the constant a alone. right? Same way, when we differentiate this x, this complete term with respect to r, we just get the constant sine theta and cos phi alone. So sine theta, cos phi. Moving on to second element. Second element is partial differentiation of x with respect to theta. With respect to theta, we have to differentiate x partially, which means that the other variables r and phi remain constant. R and phi remain constant. So r comes as it is. R comes as it is. We are differentiating with respect to theta. So the sine theta becomes cos theta, and this cos phi comes as it is, because we are differentiating x partially with respect to theta, so r and phi remain constant. So this r cos phi comes as it is, and the sine theta alone becomes cos theta after differentiation. Now moving on to third term. Third term is dou x by dou phi, which means that we have to differentiate x partially with respect to phi, which means that the other variables r and theta remain constant. So this r sine theta comes as it is. R sine theta comes as it is. Cos phi differentiation is minus sine phi. Minus sine phi. Now first row is over. Now moving on to second row. Now the second row, first element is dou y by dou r, which means that we should differentiate this y partially with respect to r. So the other variables theta and phi remain constant. Theta and phi remain constant. So when we differentiate this with respect to r, same by this formula we get the constant alone, that is sine theta and sine phi alone. Sine theta, sine phi. R sine theta sine phi, and we are differentiating this with respect to r, which means that the coefficient of r alone comes sine theta sine phi. Now moving on to second element. Second element is dou y by dou theta, which means that we have to differentiate y partially with respect to theta, which means that r and phi remain constant. So we are differentiating with respect to theta, so sine theta becomes cos theta, and the sine phi comes as it is, sine phi. Now moving on to third term. Third term is partial differentiation of y with respect to phi. When we differentiate with respect to phi, this r and theta remain constant. So r sine theta comes as it is, and sine phi becomes cos phi. So second row is also over. Now moving on to third row. Third row, first element is dou z by dou r, that is differentiation of z partially with respect to r, which means that the other variables theta and phi remain constant. So this cos theta is constant, and again by this formula here we get just cos theta alone, Now second element is dou z by dou theta, that is we have to differentiate this partially with respect to theta. In that case r becomes constant here, right? So r comes as it is, and partial differentiation of cos theta is minus sine theta. Now moving on to third last element. Last element is dou z by dou phi, that is we have to differentiate z partially with respect to phi. With respect to phi we have to differentiate. In that sense, the other variables r and theta remain constant. And when we differentiate any constant, it becomes 0. Differentiation of any constant is 0. So here it is 0. Now we know how to solve a determinant, which is equal to, starting with this first value, sine theta cos phi, inside, omitting respective row and respective column of the element. We have considered this element, so omitting respective row and respective column. Determinant of rest of the values or functions. So we have to consider this. So this is nothing but product of this into this minus of this into this. So first term, it is a 0 minus of this. Already we have a minus here. So minus into minus, it becomes plus. So it is it is r square sine square theta cos phi. So this first element is over. Now moving on to second element. Second element is minus r cos theta cos phi. So second element is minus r cos theta cos phi. So omitting respective row and respective column. Respective row, respective column of the element. So considering the determinant of rest of the values. So it is nothing but cross multiplication of this into this, cross multiplication of this into this, and minus of this into this element. So it becomes, here it is 0 minus of, so inside it is minus r sine theta cos phi. So second element is also over. Moving on to third one. Third one is minus r sine theta sine phi inside, again omitting respective row and respective column, determinant of rest of the element. Determinant of rest of the element. So it is omitting, we have considered this element, so omitting respective row and respective column, determinant of rest of the elements, so which is nothing but cross multiplication of this into minus of this into this. So which is minus r sine theta, we have one more sine theta here, so it becomes a sine square theta sine phi, and minus r cos square theta sine phi. Now expanding all the terms, which is equal to, so here it becomes r square sine cube theta, r square sine cube theta cos square phi, and this one, now the second term, minus into minus plus r square sine theta, we have only one, so sine theta cos square theta cos square phi. Now this third term is again minus into minus plus, so plus r square sine cube theta sine square, so sine cube theta and sine square phi. Now the last term, plus r square sine theta is only one here, sine theta cos square theta sine square phi, just simplification, that's it. So simplifying and combining the like terms, which is equal to, now when we check this, we could find that r square sine cube is common from these two terms. So combining these two together and these two together, because we could see that r square sine cube is common from these two terms. Similarly, r square sine theta cos square theta is common from these two terms. So combining them together, so r square sine cube theta, when we take it inside, it is cos square phi plus sine square phi from these two terms. Similarly, from these two terms, it is r square sine theta cos square theta is common. Inside, cos square phi plus sine square phi, right? And we know that cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. Cos square plus sine square is equal to 1. cos square phi plus sin square phi is equal to 1. Cos square phi plus sin square phi is equal to 1. So we get, which is equal to r square sin cube theta plus r square sin theta cos square theta. And again, from these two terms, we could see that r square sin theta is common. So again, taking it outside, which is equal to r square sin theta. When we take r square sin theta as common from these two terms, from the first term, we have sin square theta. Sin square theta from the first term, and from the second term, we have cos square theta. And again, same formula, sin square cos square plus sin square is equal to 1. Here we have cos square cos square phi plus sin square phi. Here we have cos square theta plus sin square theta. By using the same formula, again it becomes 1 here. This value becomes 1. So finally we get r square sin theta, which is the value of the required Jacobian. Thank you guys.